point of RNG is simple. I have a list of retro consoles and a giant library of games. I put the list of consoles into random.org, then have Launchbox randomly select from the list of games I have for that console. When I have a game selected, we'll look up a bit about the game, then jump right into it. Today's randomly selected console is the Sega Genesis. Okay, Launchbox, select me a random game, please. Today's game is Micro Machines. Micro Machines is a series of video games featuring toy cars developed by Codemasters and published on several systems, including MS-DOS, Nintendo Entertainment System, Amiga, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, PlayStation 2, Nintendo 64, OG Xbox, and the Sega Game Gear between 1991 and 2006. The series is based on the Micro Machines toy line of miniature vehicles. In the Genesis version, choose your vehicle and go. In this game, you have 27 circuits where you race high-performance vehicles, powerboats, helicopters, Formula 1 racing cars, combat tanks, highway warriors, 4x4s, monster trucks, and turbo wheels. The Fast and Furious unstoppable racing action starts here. Okay, holy crap, this music is horrid. But I like the premise of Micro Machines. I like the premise of Micro Machines actually a lot. We took a look at one of the later games, not in the Micro Machines series because it didn't use the Micro Machines license. Wow, there's just a bunch of random kids to pick from. That's weird. So, it's this style of game. RC Pro-Am, for example, is a game that came out that I went backwards. Wait, what? What the hell? Am I not going forward? That's backwards. That's not forwards. What the hell? Are my controls all screwed up? Okay, there we go. Okay, so we took a look at this sort of series previous. Now I hit the bonus. I'm so confused. What the hell is going on? I'm red, it looks like. So, got flustered there a little bit. What is going on? It keeps stopping. Anyways, RC Pro-Am on the NES is a series that came out previous, before this, and it kind of brought upon this style of overhead arcade racing. Now, granted, this game did come out in arcades, or this style of game came out in arcades, rather. What the fuck? So it didn't happen first on the NES, but I think that's where it probably was originally popularized. I think RC Pro-Am itself literally came out in arcades and then out on consoles. So it probably owes everything to that. Now, so if I get too far ahead, I get this weird bonus bounce. What? Anyways, yeah, and I kind of casually liked the games, but I didn't like this overhead style too much, but recently I started getting into it, and there are a couple of games where I really actually started to like it. The GBA game that we took a look at actually is one of them. I like the overhead style racing, and what the fuck? I got the bonus for going too far ahead off the track. Anyways, I liked that one because like the RPG mechanics, and that's kind of where it, you know, Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat and those type of games on the NES, those had RPG mechanics and upgrades and all that good stuff. RC, or Micro Machines rather, is less RPG and more just arcade fun. And now each version is a little bit different. At the time that these consoles were out, the Nintendo and Sega games were different. They were sometimes vastly different, sometimes only slightly different, like music and a little bit of sound effects and graphics were a little off. Like the the music on the Genesis is tinnier. It's a little nostalgic nowadays, but whoa, what the hell? The sound on the Super Nintendo is certainly better. Okay, well that explains why we are in really fast cars. What the hell? Oh, that's really cool though. Anyways, Micro Machines I really like because of the... Because of the atmosphere. I mean, look at this. What this is somebody drew the track on their desk and made jumps and rams out of their school books. This is really, really awesome. Oh, the tracks aren't, you don't stick to them perfectly, but, holy crap. This is kind of crazy. What the hell? That bonus thing is pissing me off is what that is. So they won. This doesn't look too bad. This actually looks pretty good, but the sound effects and the music in this game, I hate the sound of the music in this game. This, at least this version, this is absolutely horrible to me. And some Genesis games have really, really good music. Toe Jam and Earl come to mind. I love Toe Jam and Earl's music. There's actually a remix on OCR that came out not too long ago. That's a remix of the Toe Jam and Earl music. Oh, it's so good. All that funky beat. Yeah, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what this bonus mechanic is, but it's actually really annoying. Actually, I remember this series. I have a series on the PS3. I think it's an RC. It's MotorStorm. RC MotorStorm. That's a very similar concept, but the MotorStorm series on Sony's consoles. Honestly, not that great. It was very poor, but I only picked it up for $2 on a digital sale. I think these games are better, and you can probably find them for just as much. The NES games, I think, are actually better because of the RPG mechanics. Now, granted, that one has like a shit ton of DLC, so it's got a lot of tracks and cups and cars, but the mechanic of the cups and the progression is really boring. The progression in that game, I find to be really lackluster. These games, though, they've got a certain type of je ne sais quoi charm to it. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know what the fuck's going on in this game. I'm trying to concentrate and talk at the same time, and this one is just really, 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 really weird because I'm just trying to get to the edge of the screen before my opponent. I don't get what's going on. Why? And we're just going through different cars. I mean, I like the different types of cars and the tracks and... Ooh, oil slick. All of this is really cool. The track designs I've always loved in these RC games. Was it because it can't draw my CPU opponent off screen? Like, what? I like exploring these tracks. I love that it's all miniature. It's all radio controlled cars. It's all just very, very, very amazing. And it's always stood out to me. But I never played them as a kid. The covers stood out, and I always saw video of it, or I saw this, or I saw that of the game, but I never really delved into them much myself, and I kind of kick myself for not. I think that these would have been a part of these would have been really cool for me as a kid. I also really like the pixel art in this series. The way that it's very, just the large sprites, I think, are really awesome. Like, of that screw on that last level, that was really awesome. This one is not a regular... This is just dunes. This is a... Well, this track is actually probably the least impressive. Ooh, there we go. I like when it gets to, like, you give real-life objects giganticized. Giganticized, that's a word. I don't know. I kind of like that in games and in series. I think that it's just really cool just because it's everyday life and everyday objects, but seen in an extremely different point of view. Arrietty, oh god, the name of the movie is escaping me. It's a Studio Ghibli movie, and it's The Secret Life or The Secret World of Arrietty. Oh my god, that movie is so good. But it's essentially, you know, they're tiny people living in this house. I just sunk. It's really fun. It's a really good movie. And it's kind of the same reason why I like these types of games. Just there's something about it that appeals to me. I could have saved that, but I sunk. I mean, what more can I say about it? Yeah, I mean, this style appeals to me, but there's no music in the race. And the sound effects are not too horrible during the race. But it's that menu music. That menu music is fucking horrendous. It literally makes me want to rip out my ears. Sorry, Codemasters. But I've heard the music on some of your other Micro Machine games. And that music is on the other games are definitely a step up. Even on the Super Nintendo, the music is an extreme step up over this one. I can't completely blame you though. The Genesis didn't have the best audio drivers at the time, or really I don't know if I just made myself respawn faster. Okay, so he won legitimately because he got 2 laps. So you could win by getting the bonus meter filled up, or you can win by actually doing the amount of laps you need to do. Did it restart? Okay, well, guys, that is going to be it for this episode of RNG. The last couple of games have not taken very long. The games just, there's not much to some of the games I've been reviewing recently. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. What you see is what you get. I would kind of go for some of the later Micro Machine games. The one on PSP is actually really fun. Micro Machines 4? Oh, wait, no, this is a different track, sort of. It's the same area, but different toppies, but different track layout. That's pretty cool. I do like that. The same, but different. I don't know where I'm going. Micro Machines 4 on the PSP is actually really fun. I want to check out the one for PS2. In the intro, I talked about it. I didn't know there was one for PS2. I got to look into that one. That one seems like it'd be interesting. Or if you want another game, top-down arcade racing game like this, but with like RPG mechanics, Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat, RC Pro-Am, RC Pro-Am 2, all on the NES are all really fun. And the Gears, Orbital Advanced Gears, one of the GBA games. It was in like the first round of games that I did. It was on the GBA. It was one of my first, I think it was in the first set of consoles. My first rotation of consoles. Yeah, that game was really fun. Very similar feel, but 16-bit GBA and really cool RPG mechanics. I actually played it for a little while after that RNG episode. It held up even post review. I didn't know we were going. Oh, we're racing on the. Oh, sweet. We're on a. Holy shit. That's really. This is really cool. So yeah, like if you were a kid with Micro Machines, you know, your parents aren't probably gonna let you play pool, but fuck it, I'm gonna race my RC cars on it. So wait, we were in the middle. And then we raced to the edge, and now we're just racing on the edge? Oh no, I'm lost. I wonder if there is a game on MS-DOS where you can make these tracks. I know there are racing games with like track builders in them for MS-DOS or PCs, newer PCs even. But that would be interesting to see if there's a Micro Machines track builder somewhere. That would be really cool. But anyways, yes, I am going to actually end this episode finally. Thank you guys Thank you very much, everybody, for watching this episode of RNG. If you like the content, you like the sound of my voice, please consider subscribing, thumbsing it up, and sending it to your friends. I would greatly appreciate it. And you'll get notified when content from my channel gets released, which is all week long. RNG's twice a week, except for this one. This was supposed to go up yesterday, Friday, July 2nd, and it's July 3rd at like 9:30 that I'm recording this. I've been feeling like crap the last couple of days, so I apologize, but this is gonna go up on Saturday. RNG was supposed to go up today, actually, and it didn't. So it was supposed to go up at 3 p.m. on July 3rd, but it didn't because I wasn't feeling well. So it's going to go up 3 p.m. on July 4th. Ooh, July 4th. That's totally Independence Day for us. If you are an American, happy Independence Day, happy 4th of July. Go America. I got to play a game for tomorrow. I have to play an Americanese game, don't I? Damn, I do. Like this game. I like this game. Try to pick up the later ones, though. I think they're definitely more refined. Racing games generally get better as they progress, not worse, generally speaking. Micro Machines is no different. I think the later ones are definitely better, but this one is still fun and nostalgic, and you could have some fun with 2 people, but that whole bonus bullshit is really annoying. And the menu music sucks. This would be one where you play some music in the background while this plays. I could play my third wave ska Pandora radio station while this goes, and I'd be really happy. Thank you guys very much. Remember, Freaks and Geeks play more games, and I will see you next time. Have a good day.